Welcome to the Soundwave Spelling Diagnostic Test information video. We will explain what the Spelling Diagnostic Test is, how it works, and how you can use the results to support your students' spelling development. The Spelling Diagnostic Test is an assessment of 70 words that have been carefully selected to test students' spelling ability as they progress through the primary school years. One of the features that makes the test useful for teachers is its detailed analysis of errors. Instead of simply marking whole words as right or wrong, it assesses elements within each word. This enables you to more easily identify a student's strengths and weaknesses in concepts such as short vowels, consonant digraphs, advanced vowels, and more. There are two tests, one for the lower years and one for the upper years. Each test is divided into 12 sets, with each set targeting different focus components. We have also created remediation resources so you can provide targeted support where required. The Spelling Diagnostic Test can be administered anytime. However, we recommend you administer the test twice a year, at the start of Semester 1 and at the start of Semester 2. To allow for remediation and measurable growth between testing. To access the test, simply log in to Soundwave's Literacy Online and head to the Assessment tab. From there, select your desired year level to find the information pack. This includes test instructions, carefully curated dictation sentences, the marking guide, and additional tips for accurate marking. The student test. You'll need one for each student. Remediation resources. Over 90 pages of games, learning activities, worksheets, and word banks to support targeted learning. And the results spreadsheet. This tool helps you calculate scores, track progress, and easily identify which students need support. There are 3 steps to assessing and remediating your students' spelling abilities. Step 1. Administer the test using the information pack and student test pages. Depending on your student's age, you may choose to split the test over multiple sessions or administer only a portion of it. A Year 1 student in Semester 1, for instance, may not need to complete all 70 words. The goal is to assess enough words to understand what they know and where they need support. Use the dictation guide from the information pack to dictate each word. The guide provides the ideal format. Say the word in a sentence for context, then repeat the word. Step 2. Mark the test and record results. Once the test is complete, it's time to dive into the data. You'll need the marking guide in the information pack to see which parts of the word are being assessed. Remember, unlike other spelling tests that mark words as a whole, you will be marking some words in parts. Since some sets evaluate multiple spelling concepts, be sure to view and print the guide in colour. The bold, coloured, and underlined letters indicate the specific component to focus on. For example, the word sad assesses a student's knowledge of the short vowel sound and the consonant graphs in the word. A student can receive up to 3 marks for this word, using the letter A for A, using the letter S for S, using the letter D for D. So 1 mark for short vowels and 2 marks for consonant graphs. In this instance, the student has spelled chop as chip. A traditional test would mark the entire word wrong and move on without giving you deeper insights. In this set, we're assessing consonant digraphs. The marking guide has the consonant digraph CH in bold, and because the student has correctly represented ch using CH, they get a full mark for that part of the word. This approach is different to traditional spelling test marking, allowing teachers to more accurately identify areas of weakness. Short vowels were assessed in the previous set, so if the student represents O with the letter E, it will be identified in that set and can then be addressed. Once the marking is complete, it's time to record students' results in the Spelling Diagnostic results spreadsheet. As you input each student's totals, the spreadsheet automatically assigns an achievement level for each focus component. Cells turn red for not evident, yellow for developing, or green for achieved, providing you with a clear visual representation of student progress. The spreadsheet has a Semester 1 and Semester 2 table, along with a summary page, allowing you to easily compare and track students' progress throughout the year. Step 3. Provide remediation. As a guide, the results spreadsheet and accompanying table in the information pack indicate when students are expected to demonstrate proficiency in each focus component. It's important to remember that the remediation guide reflects an end-of-year result. If a Year 2 student is struggling with advanced vowels, immediate remediation may not be necessary, since this concept is addressed throughout the year. However, if a Year 2 student is struggling with consonant digraphs, this would be a good time to initiate targeted remediation, as this focus component should have been mastered during Year 1. Remediation can be included in several ways, depending on your students and your weekly teaching routine. As most Soundwaves literacy weeks consist of 4 lessons, we recommend dedicating remediation time on a Friday to work with students one-on-one, in a small group, or as a whole class. You can use the games and activity ideas, worksheets, and word banks in the remediation resources pack to support your targeted instruction. If you have any questions about Soundwaves literacy assessment, be sure to reach out to your local education consultant who can offer you complimentary professional learning workshops and year-round support. Thanks for watching.